Welcome to MJ Sailing. We're Matt and Jessica, a couple that left Michigan for the nomadic lifestyle 7 years ago. Recently, we refitted an aluminum boat to sail to the Arctic and explore some of the more remote areas of the planet. Thanks for joining the adventure. Welcome to lockdown in the UK. After we had gotten back from Tenerife, we were able to do a few things, visit a few friends. Of course, you saw our trip to Cat, but then coronavirus did become a pandemic, and on March 24th, the UK kind of went into their preventative measures by making everybody stay home. So now the marina here is a pretty empty place. It's been a few weeks now, so all of the people that had just been kind of visiting their boats have now gone back to their primary residence. And for those of us, oh no, Georgie just got out. But for those of us who live on our boat, I think there's still maybe 6 of us or so here in the marina at Sutton Harbour. We did have to sign a form with them, the marina, just kind of saying that we don't have another residence to go to and that we will still adhere by the guidelines. Breezy day today. We did end up having to sign a form for the marina stating that we didn't have any other place to go, that our boat was our primary residence, and that we would just adhere to the government's guidelines of staying home and social distancing. So life has been pretty quiet around here. They have shut down the offices and all of the facilities, so there's no more laundry, which is starting to pile up. Cat. And we also can't use the showers, which sucks, and fuel, I think, but we still have power, which is good, and like water to fill our tanks. So we're all set. Plus there's like a number of grocery stores within walking distance here, so we provision as much as we can at one time, but otherwise we just hang out on the boat, kind of like we did throughout the rainy winter. So life is not very different for us right now. We've experienced some nice days, and there are a number of projects to complete on Elements, especially if we want to get her listed come like late spring, early summer. So I think that is what our time is going to entail, is just doing projects and waiting to see when we can get on the move again. Can you believe that it is April in England and I'm wearing a short sleeve shirt? Who would have guessed that being at 50 degrees north it was going to be this nice outside so early in the year? And although we wish we could be actively cruising during this great weather right now, of course with the lockdown, we're being smart and staying put. But since we are having this great weather, it is a perfect day to do a project up here for our forward hatch over the V-berth. Sorry, it's a little gusty. We are getting the occasional drip when we're pounding into windward, and as any sailor living aboard knows, even just the smallest bit of salt water inside is miserable. So of course we want to get that taken care of before we head back out to sea. And apparently I did a really good job with these snaps when I made them. So what we think the issue is where the glass meets the frame on the inside. There's a gasket, and we believe that the water is protruding under there a little bit, so we want to move in the gasket and seal it a little bit more. But unfortunately, the only way to do that is to completely take the glass out. So the plan for today is to remove this glass, And then we're also going to take the gasket inside, move it in so it's a bit tighter, secure it down a little bit more, and then we will place the glass back in and caulk it, and hopefully no more drips. All the way around, and it's already starting to pop out, so hopefully this will be the easy parts. We've got the hatch out, and the gasket is still attached to the frame. So now we just have to go and clean up the rest of like little bits of just sitting around.
Using your fingernail first?
I know, I really should go grab some tools. I just wanted to see how easily it would peel off first. Some parts easier than others. Got my collection of little scraper tools. Kind of reminds me of my time when we were first working on elements in the workyard, but sorry, Indian Town, this is a little nicer.
Jess did the glamorous job of cutting out the glass, and once that was done, then it was all onto me to get rid of all the old silicone and the glue that held this thing into place. So the project now, or the process now, is to clean up the edge. We got all the old silicone completely off, so that is gone. We used Dow 795 previously, but in the UK, much easier to get Sikaflex. We're switching to Sikaflex 295 UV, which is what is used to hold acrylic into place this time around. Now it doesn't stick well to rubber, so to hold this rubber piece into place, it's kind of just a little channel here that plops in. This time we're going to try actually super gluing it. Now it's kind of weird, but super glue is how you seam the two pieces together, the ends together, so it should adhere just fine. This has been this way for quite a few years now, so we should be able to super glue this in. Last time what had happened was it kind of pulled out in spots. So where it was attached well, there was little gaps in there, and that's what I think let the water through. So if we adhered into place firmly, I don't think we'll have that problem this time around. We hope.
I love how you always puff your cheeks. Don't know why.
I don't know either. Whenever I'm doing anything, I'm thinking. It's my tough job look. This could be a long process.
Good old days of taping. Been quite a while since I've had to do this, but I think I'm getting better. Corners used to be my downfall, and now I think I'm kind of mastering them. Scissors are the key.
Jess has done a wonderful job taping everything off, so we're all set there. I have gone through, after cleaning all the caulk off, the old sealant off, went through and just did a quick little sanding around the acrylic, so it should be all prepped. We did also use a silicone remover, kind of a spray type of thing, to key it and get it all set, we hope. It has worked in the past, so hopefully it still continues to work.
It needs to go that way and this way, and that's about it right there.
Center it.
Like, do we weight it and then backfill?
That is probably going to be the best plan. Is we set the stuff on here, backfill in there, and then
smooth
it,
the edges.
smooth the edge, and then should be hopefully all right then.
Okay. Time to test this bad boy out and see how it did. So far, I think it's doing good. Well, that is good news that so far, nothing is coming through. I think it may have worked.
We got a few spots that we went over the tape, and so we'll have to clean those up, but overall it looks like we were successful. No leaks down below. We'll have to see really when we're bashing into some big waves is when we had a little drip coming through. So until then, hopefully soon we can get out there again, but everything looks like it's fine. Check that off the list.
Don't answer the phone, spending the days on my own, then repeats this for weeks to come. I don't care what I miss, 'cause my life is dismissed. I keep searching for my bliss.
Well, the Prime Minister just came out with a new announcement. I think it was 2 days ago now, kind of relaxing the rules. But yesterday they actually set out the guidelines, and according to the RYA, starting tomorrow on May 13th, all forms of boating are now allowed. They had said before that exercise, instead of the once daily allotted, which Matt and I had been using a lot to get outside, you can get outside as much as you want, including outdoor sports, which means sailing. So we've got a few loose ends to tie up at the marina, like 7 weeks of laundry to finish before we go, but the end is in sight and we shall be setting sail soon.
I go, oh, 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 I go, oh, 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 I sing along. I keep pushing myself.
I'm so excited that in a few days we should be out sailing the Plymouth Sound again. It has been so incredibly long, 6 months maybe, since we arrived here, so going to be sad that we're not spending more time here now that we can get outside to kind of explore just all of this, but going to be very, very happy to get back on the water. Matt, we only got one visit to Taco Bell during our time here.
No, open. Oh, you can through Uber or Deliveroo get tacos.
Good to know.
Might be an option.
For like our last night here.
Celebrate Taco Bell. Sounds appropriate for us.
Yep. We are about 2 days into England having lifted its restrictions for going outside to be active as much as you want to, and so Matt and I thought we'd go out and do a little grocery running, especially since we're trying to stock the boat up with as much food as we can with provisions. We don't know what it's gonna be like trying to go to shore from here out. And I have to be honest, there's not as many people out as I thought there would be, considering how beautiful the weather is. Few lines at the grocery stores, so we're still standing on X's at about 2 meters apart. But otherwise, yeah, it's not a lot of people out. Not what I think it would normally be for this time of year if things were, you know, functioning as normal. So we'll have to see how things still progress from here. I just popped into the mall to go to the pharmacy and grab a few things, and it is so empty in here. It's so weird. Still don't think I'll get used to this. We seem to have found all the people that are not at the grocery stops or at the mall, and they are here enjoying the Plymouth Sound and the Hoe, and why not? It's beautiful out. Even a few sailors on the water already. It's the Georgia cat. Extreme close-up. Enjoying that sunshine. Yeah, sure. Oh, I'm gonna. There's a seagull, like right.
There's a bunch of seagulls right there.
Seagulls photobombing. So as we're trying to get elements ready to leave and going along with kind of like restrictions and guidelines with the lockdown, the marina is still not fully serviceable yet, which means that we can't get fuel here. A little hard because we came in.
We procrastinated. We had 6 months basically that we could have filled, well, 5 months that we could have filled our diesel tanks. We've been using it a little bit for heater too, but we procrastinated because it was cold and rainy out, and now we're paying the price. And we thought
we'd do it in spring. We're like, we'll do it before we leave, so we'll have that fuel just sitting in there all winter. But yeah, so if you remember Claire and James that took us out to Dartmoor National Park just after we arrived, they're coming to say goodbye to us. And they're bringing fuel because they're awesome people. So we'll have some.
We'll keep shuttling it back and forth, but we'll get those full tanks. Promise.
I'm just distracted by seagulls.
Yeah, they are pretty.
Yep. Just drinking our coffee right now, waiting for them to arrive.
Diesel delivery.
I know. Well, had we known this, we would have been using it all along.
Man, I know.
How are you guys doing?
Good.
40 litres.
Wow. Thank you so much.
At least you can get going
Yes.
at some point.
Georgia cat. Ready for some clotted cream?
Clotted cream for the kitty. Oh, you would love it.
We are not giving our cat a heart attack.
Okay. We're going out in a minute. You can join us then. Some thick cream.
Way to destroy. So you're just over there destroying
I'm destroying these things here. I feel bad because they're so beautiful and I'm just ruining it.
It's almost like you have to heat it up.
Maybe. But I get to keep doing this. Well, first one too.
Mm-hmm. Don't be double dipping our clotted cream.
This is mine. Yours is next.
Oh, okay.
time for cream tea in the cockpit. Yeah, Georgie, it's exciting.
Gimme, gimme, gimme.
Gimme! We may not be sitting in a little cafe overlooking the harbor front, the Plymouth Sound, but I'd say this is still a pretty good place to enjoy an afternoon of cream tea. Right at tea time, too. Alright, let's dive in. That was really good.
Did you get enough clotted cream on there?
I did. That's weird, it's different than the stuff we had at Doubletree. It tastes almost more like buttery, like a really creamy, thick butter. I think you're gonna have to try yours now. Verdict says.
It has a very buttery taste. That is good.
That is good.
Really good. It's not what I anticipated. I expected
was
more of like a creamy,
cream cheese,
yeah,
yeah.
cream cheese type of flavor, and yeah, it's definitely more of a like a thick butter almost.
And Georgie's being a good girl for the moment and staying on the boat. So verdict is that we do like our cream teas. This is our first, I think, true experience. I don't know if Doubletree was.
Yeah, Doubletree was first.
But anyway, another Devonshire way of doing it, but once we get to Cornwall, we'll have to try it again there and then do the jam and the cream. And that just seems like it's going to be a huge mess, but lots of delicious fun.
Regardless, it's a good excuse to eat more of it. Well, we're all set, provisioned, ready to go with this reduction in restrictions that kind of got announced this week. We thought that was going to allow us to move, to start cruising again.
Yeah, we're ready to start the season.
We did want to make sure that we were getting the right information, so we did contact the Yelm Harbor Master, which is going to be our next stop, just to kind of let them know, hey, we have this mooring that we're going to, we're going to be staying here. The cat wandering around. We're going to be staying here. We did get a response back. Unfortunately, they are not yet allowing people to live aboard their boats. It's the idea is to keep people from coming into their second homes and coming from London or wherever it is to their second home type of thing. And boats fall in that category. Caravans, RVs, same type of thing, of course, too. But unfortunately, that prevents us from leaving yet at this point.
Yep, so again, brand new information for us. We were all ready to go, so I think we're going to be spending a bit of time now trying to learn more about these restrictions, what's allowed, what's not, what harbors might be possibilities.
We can still day sail.
Yes, we can
just
still
have to
day
come
sail.
back to the marina at night. They just don't want us anchoring or going to a mooring somewhere else overnight.
Yep, so you're free to go out and sail just as long as like you return to your home at night, and our home is considered Sutton Harbour Marina.
Yep.
So I guess we'll just keep looking into that and stay tuned for the next episode when we hopefully have some more information. But sad news, cruising season is not starting tomorrow.
But it's sunny and beautiful, and there's a lot to see here still.
Yeah. So we can't be mad.
We can't be mad.
No.
Yeah.
So just stay tuned.